How's it going, everybody? So I was just watching a Matthew Peach video, and he built a bird feeder kind of like this, and then at the end he said, put your own spin on it. Do you, man. You do what you think looks cool. And I was like, yeah, man, I got pumped. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I tried building this bird feeder here, and as you can see, it's a little different. I probably spent a lot more time on it than he did, but it was my first try. Made it out of scrap wood, but we did a little different roof on here, guys, and this went so smooth, so simple. It was actually like a nice, tedious puzzle putting together. It was like a video game, man, only I produced something. But that's actually real cedar shake shingles, and I thought that might make it pop a little bit. But if you would like to know how to put a cedar shake shingle roof, say that 3 times fast, because if you do, that's harder than actually building it, guys. It was super simple, super easy, and I think it might even make it last longer because it's cedar, But if you would like to know how to build a cedar shake shingle roof on a bird feeder, bird house, or whatever, we are about to show you how to do that. And stick to the end. I got a few tips because this was my first try, and I'll let you know about all the rocks I tripped over so you don't have to. So stay tuned. All right, first we need some shingles. And you probably want them you can make them any size you want, but I feel like about 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch thick. You don't want them to be too thin, and you're using cedar now. So I just kind of cut off a couple of chunks about this big, and you want to make sure the grain is going this way because that's where it breaks. And then you just, take your chisel, kind of walk it up to the edge there till you see something you like. Just like that, guys. And there's a shingle. Do that 1,000 times. All right, once you got a whole pile of shingles, you can get like a little spice lid container and just pour some wood glue in there. And I just use like a little paintbrush you get for like watercolors, and then just a little dab, maybe more than that. You don't want to put too much because you really don't want it to ooze. And then, you find a good shingle. You want the straight square side down. And I'm going to let it overhang just a little tiny bit. Not enough to where it can get like chipped, but just so it kind of hides the bottom, sort of. And then you just keep doing that, guys. Now if you notice, I kind of scuffed up the finish a little bit so the glue will hopefully stick a little better. And I'm just taking it a little bit at a time, guys, trying to figure out how to do this best. But it seems like if you paint a whole row on there, it works out a little better, and then you just add, you know, a little bit to each piece before you put it on. It takes a little bit of a mosaic puzzle piece going on here, guys, because, you know, they're not all perfect. You want to try and cover the gaps too, just like when you're doing real shingles or bricks or something. And yeah, we'll just move right along. All right, another thing I'm noticing is you want to watch your angles so that before you put the glue on, those angles are going the right way that you want. So you can keep them all nice and straight. I don't think it's necessary to snap a chalk line or nothing like that. You just kind of eyeball the same distance and just keep going. It's a nice, tedious, easygoing thing, guys. All right, you made it to the end. Now I'm going to tell you the stuff I learned that'll save you a whole bunch of time. First of all, you see that difference right there between those two shingles? It doesn't seem like a big difference. It's actually a huge difference, guys. You want to make them thinner. Like that's about as thick as you want to go. Any thicker and they're not really pliable, like they don't really push down where you want them to go as easy, and they're a little more brittle and stiff. So thinner is better than thicker with these shingles when you're making them. And another thing is you don't want to make them too short, guys. So the difference of these two is a big difference. You don't want to make them too short because then you don't have enough of the top part to glue to. You know, you want them, you don't want it to just barely be sitting on top like that. You want them to overlap pretty decent so it has a good surface area for the glue to set up and hold. And that's that's pretty much, if you stick to those 2 tips, I think you'll be all right making your own cedar shake shingle roof. See you next time.